That doesn't even slightly even attempt to line up. Now that the fabricator's gone, we're gonna test his work, and we're gonna do it by mounting this. The way we're gonna go ahead and test this is with this new transmission bracket that I got from LOJ Conversions. So this is a bracket to put a Z32 transmission from a 300ZX into a 240SX. So they sell them online, but this is pretty much a custom part, and it came in gray. What are the odds of that? That looks pretty cool. It's pretty beefy. I didn't even pick the color. I just ordered it. And it's not perfectly close, but that's kind of funny. Let's see the other gray, because the engine bay gray is different. That's pretty close. That's kind of funny that it happened to somewhat match. Well, that did not take long to run into an issue. I went ahead and put the 4 bolts in just to kind of see how it lines up, and it doesn't, like, at all. He did not do this right. So that means we're gonna have to have it refabricated. So you see, that bolt is supposed to be straight down and it's not, but it's still not as bad as these. It's supposed to be going straight up and down, and these ones are like that, when they're supposed to be like that. So you can imagine getting the bracket on that. It's just not even, it's just not even lining up at all. I'm gonna have to call some people and figure out a fabricator that can fix that, because I think he just hit the threads with a hammer to get it all to line up. Well, not even line up, but you know what I mean, like line up with his welds and stuff. Yeah, well, I'm never using him again, that's for sure. But that's gonna be a big problem, because now I have to have a shop and go in there and cut it out. I'm gonna probably have to tow the car somewhere. So just for quick reference, this is how the bracket would normally sit. That doesn't even, look at that. Like, I hope the camera's doing this justice, but that doesn't even slightly even attempt to line up. Now that one, yeah, kind of, once pushed up on it, it's lower obviously, but like, what the hell? You see what I mean? You see why this bracket's not gonna work? Gosh, that's so bad. Yeah, I don't really know what to do yet right now. I'm trying to figure out in my head exactly what to do about this, but we'll figure it out eventually. All right, everybody, so yesterday I pretty much ended the video that we were doing on this car because honestly, I was pretty bummed out. Having those mounts messed up like that, that's pretty severe. I mean, that's a big part of the car completely messed up. I factored it in my head. I was like, okay, renting a trailer, taking this to a shop, having the car gone for a little while, all that money that I had to put in it, and it's just like, I thought I wanted it to be done and all that kind of stuff, and it really kind of bummed me out. Then I woke up today and I was like, wait, why would I do all that? I'm gonna take care of this myself. And now I'm not as bummed out about it anymore. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna go buy a welder and some new blades for my angle grinder and welding gloves and all those things that you need. And I'm going to teach myself to weld today. And then we're actually going to weld that on there. I don't know what I'm talking about, so I can make a lofty goal like trying to weld this today. So we'll see what happens, but I've never even held a welder. I have no experience with it. It's just internet videos. So let's go ahead and go to Harbor Freight and get the cheapest welding setup we can find. Then we'll start cutting into the car. The amount of money I've spent on tools out of necessity the past like week and a half has been ridiculous. I got the engine stand, got the engine hoist, the engine stand, and then everything we got today. It's like $600 worth of tools. I'm not happy about it. So I got a new angle grinder because this one has a handle and a little shield and mine does not. I got a new jack because I actually broke my jack the other day. This is just a different style. Welding helmet, welding gloves, blades for the angle grinder, welding wire, and a little angle grinder attachment brush thing so I can brush the welds, and then the welder. And so this is kind of like the cheapest, one of the cheapest welders that they offer. It's kind of a beginner's welder, and I have no clue what I'm doing, so that's what we're gonna do. Check it out. Watch. I can't even see the lens on the camera anymore. That's funny. Do I look cool? Do I look legit? I know I don't. We're about to start, and this will be my first time ever using a welder. Actually, my first time even holding one was today. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I got my very sophisticated welding gloves on, my sophisticated welding outfit, as you can see, very mainstream in the welding community. And this thing won't stay up. That's not, these poor ants. There's a ton of ants right here. There's a ton of ants right here, and they're about to have a fun time. Let's go ahead and connect it. Okay, put that on later. God, that is annoying. You know, for a first weld, that's not terrible. Like, I mean, it's terrible, but like, for the first time ever doing it, I'm not too upset about that. Very gross, but I could probably be straighter, but you know, it's not terrible. I can definitely get better at that. Let's see if I can break it. No, I can't break it, so you know, that's pretty good. I'm gonna go show my dad. Here's my weld. I want you to remember, I had never touched a welder before today. So, there's my first one, second one, third, that's whenever I dropped the wire, that's whenever I raised the wire speed really high. That didn't really work for me. Here's my last one. They're not terrible for a very, very, very first time. All right guys, I just want to share this with you. I still don't know if we're welding the car today or not, but I want to show you this last weld. I am happy with that last weld. That looks a lot better than what I've been doing. Now again, I know there's probably some professional welders out there in the audience. I know I'm not a professional. This is my first hour doing this, but based on what I've done so far, I really like that bottom weld. Another thing about it is, this dude claimed, the guy who did the fabrication, he claimed, sorry I'm putting y'all in the trash can, but he claimed that he's been welding since he was 20 and then he was 50, so 30 years. Yeah, they were terrible. Whenever I was cutting through, there was the metal that was actually the sheet metal, and then there was his welds. He just filled the gap with weld instead of putting metal and then welding that in. And when I was cutting through his welds were just so easy. It was like, literally like butter. So that would not have held up. So thank God we're doing this, which it wouldn't have even gone in. So guys, check out this picture. So you can see it's a lot more flush than what it was. It's not exactly flush. He messed up the metal so bad it kind of goes like that. So there's not exactly, I don't know if it's possible, or it's definitely not possible for me, at least to get it flush. So now we're gonna put little pieces of metal in there, tack weld them in, and then weld them in. Well guys, it's definitely a weird and kind of inconvenient spot to end the video, but the camera died when I was filming and I ran out of daylight and stuff. So I'm about to work on the S14 and all that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the next video just for time purposes so I can get this video out. So sorry if the video is cut short here. Just go ahead and subscribe so you guys can see the actual next video where we weld on the 240 and some other stuff too. With that being said, thanks for stopping in the channel. Go and subscribe, hit the notification bell, browse the rest of the videos, and I'm out.